Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. This time I'm going to be starting a series on solving the Bandit war game from Over the Wire. And this video is aimed to help anyone who feels maybe stuck or just wants to have a revision. So, yeah, you're always welcome to watch these videos. Also, in the starting, I noticed that there were some issues with the quality of the video. Hopefully, that doesn't affect you much because we were just introducing it. And later on, I make the text a little bit bigger so it's easier to read and follow along as well. In case you have any kind of suggestions, please drop them down in the comments below and I'll happy to answer and get back to you. And without further ado, let's just get into the video now. The Bandit War game is designed for absolute beginners, and a lot of people say that it gives you a really good hands on how to navigate your way through the terminal, how to perform a lot of the actions that you'll be requiring in things like day-to-day pen testing, or let's say CTFs, because the entire theme of this war game is that it's based on a CTF kind of style. And starting from level 0 all the way up to level 34, these levels are linked to each other. We'll explore these, we'll go through them one by one, we'll see how they are solved. But I would definitely suggest that even if you're not a beginner and you consider yourselves to have some experience with Linux, navigating your way around with the terminal, you should still give this a try if you have not yet. Because, you never know, there might be something that you discover that might be useful for you in the long run. So we'll skip this. You can go ahead, visit the website. You can read this one. Obviously, there's a lot of helpful tips over here, but that is not what we're going to cover in this. Let's just start at level 0. So, Bandit level 0, or as we say, the foundational level that gets you started with the entire war game. It says that the goal of this level is for you to log into the game using SSH, which is secure shell. The host to which you need to connect is bandit.labs.overthewire.org. This is something that we'll be using a lot on port 2220. The username is bandit0 and the password is bandit0 for this. Once logged in, go to the level 1 page to find out how to beat level 1. So, because this level is just introducing us with how to connect to the machine, we'll be solving bandit level 0 and level 0 to level 1 in a single video. I'm trying to make this video short so that, let's say, if you are trying to get help on a specific solution for a specific video, you don't have to go through an entire section of different levels to just be able to reach that. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get started with this. All right, let me just zoom in a little bit so that the video quality is a little bit better now that we're going to be reading and interacting with a lot of things. Let's head over to a terminal and let's get started with it. So, since the level says that we're going to be using SSH, which stands for Secure Shell, let us look at what the terminal has to say about it. So when you type in the command, okay, let me roll that again. So the man command or the manual command is something that you can use to inquire information on different kinds of commands that you run, what they use for, their syntax. You can get a lot of information of these kind of things. So let me just run man ssh, and it will tell us that this will open remote login clients for OpenSSH, right? There's a lot of description. It's a program for logging into a remote machine and for executing commands on a remote machine. It is intended to provide secure encrypted communications between two untrusted hosts over an insecure network. Moving on, we just want to connect to a specific given address on a specific port. So these all that you see, -4 -6 -a, you can call it minus or dash, depends upon what you want to do. Let's just scroll down. You can read through all of this definitely, but for now, what we're going to be using is this option. All right, this is the port option wherein we will be specifying which exact port we want to connect to. So for this, we'll be using dash small p. Now this is going to be case sensitive. So do make sure that you type in small p and not capital P. To get out of this and get back to a terminal, we'll be pressing Q. As you can see, it says that you can press Q to quit. So I'll be pressing Q and we're back in a terminal. I'll be doing Control plus L to clear out the terminal rather than typing clear just out of habit. You can do whatever you want to. Now, let's try and use this command and let's see how it works. So we'll be typing SSH. The host that we need to connect to is bandit.labs.overthewire.org. I'll be copying it from here, doing a Control C. And here's a helpful tip for you if you're in the habit of right clicking and just pasting the clipboard, whatever you've just copied. So you can see you can just do Control Shift V instead of right clicking, and it will help you to paste or copy anything from the terminal itself. So I'll do that, Control Shift V. We have our host over here, but this is not the right format. So before we specify the host, we want to be specifying the user that we want to connect as. So our user in our case is bandit0, and the password is also bandit0. So we'll be doing that, bandit0 at, now we can just paste in the host, and the port that we want to connect to is 2220. All right, so this is the entire syntax for this. SSH, when you're specifying that you want to connect via SSH, bandit0 is the username. Let me just zoom. Oh, okay. Wow, I just erased the entire screen. I'm so sorry for that. All right, let me just zoom in a little bit so that it's a little bit easier. And just give me a moment here. All right, hope that will be visible to you, and I'm not just blabbering on small text that you cannot even see. So we'll be using SSH, and we are specifying that we want to connect over SSH. We want to connect as the user bandit0 at bandit.labs.overthewire.org, and the port that we're going to use is 2220. Now that we've entered this command, let's just hit enter and give it some time. It will be asking us for a password. All right, so the password for the first level, or level 0 as they say it, it's already mentioned in here as bandit0. So we'll go ahead, we'll enter this in our terminal and we'll see how it looks. Now, whenever you're typing passwords in Kali, right, you don't actually get to see the password. You just type it and hit enter. If it's the right one, it will lead you where you want to go. If it's the wrong one, it will tell you so. So I'm just going to type bandit0 in here. I'll press enter and we're in, right? So we're in overthewire.org. Now, this was the only task that we have to do for level 1, level 0, and now because I don't want to come over this topic again, let's just do one thing. Let's just go on to the level 0 to level 1 page and let's see what we have to do, because it says that once logged in, go to the level 1 page to find out how to beat level 1. Okay, so we'll be doing that. Let's just go here. Now, this level says that the password for the next level is stored in a file called readme located in the home directory. Use this password to log into Bandit 1 using SSH. Whenever you find a password for a level, use SSH on port 2220 to log into that level and continue the game. So here's how this game works. Just to get started with SSH, you were given a password bandit0 for level 0. Now to get from level 0 to level 1, you need to read the contents of the file called readme, which is located in the home directory. Okay. Once you do that, you'll get a password to get to level 1. Then you'll have to pass level 1 to get a password for level 2 and so on. So you can read this thing for yourselves. Let's just get into it and let's solve level 1 as well. All right. So now it says that, in the home directory, there's a file called readme. So first of all, let's find out in which directory we actually are right now. For this, what we can do is we can enter and use the command pwd that stands for present working directory. I'll just hit enter, and it says that we are in the home directory inside the bandit 0 directory, right? Now, you can use the command ls, which will list all the files and the directories that are in our current directory. So directories like directories in Linux are like folders in Windows, okay? And files are files. So let's just hit the ls command. Let's hit enter. So we have a readme file over here. Now if you want to read the contents of the readme file, we'll be using a command that's called cat. Okay. So the syntax is really simple. If you want to read the contents of readme file, you will just be writing cat, you'll hit a space, and you'll just specify the name of the file over there. I'll hit enter. And there we have it. Congratulations on your first steps into the banner game. Please make sure you've read the rules at their website. If you are following a course, workshop, walkthrough, or any other educational activity, please inform the instructor about the rules. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Let's move on to this. So the password that you're looking for is this random string. Okay. I highly encourage you to do this yourselves. All right. Try to explore, try to play with the levels before you come into looking for solutions for the next levels, because that way you'll be getting in a habit of exploring, right? Use ChatGPT, use Google, try to find out the answers that you're looking for rather than just diving into a tutorial. All right, now that we have the password, let me just press Control Shift C to copy this. All right, we have this already in our terminal. Even if you don't copy it right now, it's going to be fine. Now, this password is what we'll be using to go and log into level 1 as the user Bandit1. We'll be covering this in the next video. Until then, I hope you're having a good day. Bye bye.